Yeah, I think we're good.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. Today, we're going to be presenting on the Therapeutic Alliance. My name's Maria, and I'm here with my partner, Jen. We're going to walk through one of the most important foundations in addiction counseling, which is the Therapeutic Alliance. We'll explain why it matters so much, and how to build and repair it using evidence-based practices. So, we're going to start off talking about what is the Therapeutic Alliance, and I'll turn the time over to Jen.
Hi. So the Therapeutic Alliance is essentially the working relationship between counselor and client. Think of it as a partnership where both parties are invested in the client's recovery journey. The three core components work together like legs of a stool. Remove one and the whole structure becomes unstable. Expanding information, um, the collaborative agreement on treatment goals, which we're not imposing our agenda on clients, but discovering what they truly want to achieve. Shared responsibility is critical in addiction work because it empowers clients to reduce the dynamic where they become passive recipients of treatment. The emotional bond isn't about becoming friends, it's about creating a safe container where vulnerability can happen. Oh, vulnerability and growth can happen. Research shows that the quality of the relationship accounts for more therapeutic changes than the specific techniques used. Um, Personal connection ask yourself, how can I provide a relationship which this person may use for personal growth? This question should guide every interaction.
So next we're going to talk about why the Alliance matters and how to build it. So the Therapeutic Alliance plays a major role in the success of our treatment. Studies show that a strong alliance leads to better client outcomes, stronger motivation, and lower dropout rates. So it's especially important when working with adolescents, trauma survivors, and clients from marginalized backgrounds. So to build a strong alliance, we need to focus on empathy, honesty, and cultural humility. So we're going to be using skills such as motivational interviewing, to be able to create a space where our clients feel heard, and so we're going to be focusing on working with them, not on them. And so this is going to make it so that they're more likely to stay engaged.
Key elements of a strong therapeutic alliance, agreement on goals. Goals must be the client's goals, not what we think they should want. Sometimes clients start with goals like get my family off my back. That's still a valid starting point. Goals can and should be should evolve as the client gains insights and motivation. Agreement on tasks. Um, Tasks should both include both in-session activities and between-session homework. If a client isn't completing tasks, it's often a sign that we need to revisit the agreement. Tasks feel meaningful and connected to the client's goals. Emotional bond. This develops over time through consistent, authentic interactions. Trust is built through small moments of reliability and understanding. Collaboration means the client feels like an active participant, not a passive recipient. Clinical realities, practical wisdom, building alliance um, early prevents many problems later. Even strong alliances need regular check-ins, and maintenance breakdowns are normal and actually provide opportunities for deeper connection when handled well. The alliance looks different across different treatment models, but remains essential.
So next, we're going to talk about what happens when the alliance breaks and repairing those ruptures. So even the strongest therapeutic relationships can break down. So these are what we call ruptures, and they're a normal part of the counseling process. So it can happen for a lot of reasons. Maybe the client doesn't agree with the treatment or goals. Maybe they feel judged. So as a result, they're going to pull back or withdraw, become silent, maybe start to miss appointments. So what matters most here is how we respond. So the first step is to recognize what's happening. From there, invite feedback and revisit goals and adjust our approach together. This shows the client that we care about the relationship and that we're willing to make space for their experience.
Now, if you'd like to take time to read through our case study, we'll be talking about David. He's age 32. We'll examine the therapeutic alliance, apply it in a real life scenario. This case demonstrates the intersection of clinical assessment and relationship building. Pay attention to how alliance building strategies influence both diagnosis and intervention planning. How does the quality of our therapeutic relationship affect the accuracy of our assessments? Clients are more likely to share honest information when they feel safe and understood. Consider how cultural factors, trauma history, and previous treatment experiences might influence what clients choose to reveal. Having a strong alliance can help differentiate between symptoms and defensive behaviors. Risk factors become more apparent when clients trust us enough to be vulnerable. The therapeutic relationship itself can be a protective factor against risk. Alliance quality affects the client's willingness to accept safety planning and harm reduction strategies. Consider how to balance assessment needs with relationship prevention. How do we tailor interventions based on what we've learned about the client's rationale style? What alliance building opportunities exist within the intervention plan? And how can we involve the client as a collaborator in their own treatment planning? Consider the client's strengths and how the therapeutic relationship can amplify them. So this is the diagnosis, risk, and relationship based on intervention. During intake, David completed several standardized treatments to guide our treatment approach. We did the ACEs. He scored 4. This indicates household dysfunction related to father's drinking and emotional unavailability. We did the DAS-21. Depression is a 14, which is moderate. Anxiety is an 18, which is severe. And stress is a 28, which is severe. The SASI-4 revealed that he has a high probability of substance dependence, elevated scores on face value, alcohol, and defensive skills. The ASAM level of care for this client we would recommend a level 2.1 based on moderate withdrawal risk, significant psychosocial problems, high relapse potential, and strong family support. Clinical barriers in treatment engagement identified as complicating factors.
So now we're going to look at how to build the therapeutic alliance using skills such as motivational interviewing for cases such as the one that we went over with David. So David's coming in to the session guarded. He's not making any eye contact. He's looking at his phone and he's saying that he's only here because it's court mandated. So what should we do as counselors to address the situation and build the therapeutic alliance? So first of all, notice his resistance. Don't challenge it. Instead, just use it as information. So we need to use open-ended questions. such as what's this experience like for you so far? Does this going to show that we're respecting his autonomy and shift the control back to him, and then affirm his values instead of interpreting his resistance as denial, validate that being strong and providing for his family is deeply important to him. Also practice cultural humility and lead with empathy. And these are our references, and that's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.